Hi you guys, Coach Rainey here. So I'm going to take you through about a 15-minute mobility routine. If you have a foam roller, go ahead and grab that out. We're going to start with the foam roller. If you don't have one, you can use a medicine ball or a pillow for some of these positions. So whatever you've got, a block also works really well if you have a yoga block. So we're going to start with some thoracic extension. So thoracic is anywhere where the ribs attach to the spine. We're just going to start by rocking up and down. You could also have your butt on the ground and just kind of start walking up and down. And a few side to side rocks. You could have your arms crossed over. You could support your head. And now we're just gonna take a deep breath in a few different positions. So starting kind of high, I'm gonna inhale and exhale and open. Inhale back up, move up an inch. Exhale, open. Inhale, move down an inch. Exhale, open. Inhale up, keep moving down until you reach the bottom of your ribs. So I've got one more. That's the bottom for me. I'm gonna roll up and down a few more times. And then I'm gonna roll into my side. So I'm gonna get the lats, the base of the shoulder and arm, and that posterior position. So this is gonna be really good for the rotators in the back of the shoulder, the lats, those tight muscles that limit our overhead motion. So up and down and side to side. If you do end up with a tight spot in there, just stay, little pulses over it, maybe some range of motion, and then keep rolling around. Let's go ahead into the other side. You can always stay at one side a little bit longer or come back to this later. Again, make sure you're breathing, noticing tight areas. If you do feel those, breathe, small motions, and adding in range of motion to that joint. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move this out of the way. We're just gonna stay seated. So you can be on your knees or just sit on your bum or sit on your roller, but we're just gonna do a few cat-cows in a seated position. So I'm gonna round out my back, separate my shoulder blades, tuck my core, and then big arch, shoulders down and back, squeeze the shoulder blades, letting that head drop back. Find a rhythm with your breathing. And rest. Okay, grab your roller one more time. We're gonna do some rollouts. So again, this is focused on your thoracic extension in your spine. So you're gonna start with that roller in front of you. Hips are over the knees. I'm gonna take an inhale and exhale, rolling down, keeping my core tight. I'm pushing my chest to the ground. Inhale back up, exhale out. Really reaching your arms long. Nice and active in the shoulder. Last one. And come on up nice and slow. All right, rollers to the side. We're gonna go ahead and lay on our side and we're gonna get into open book stretch. So knees are up. 90 degree at the hip, arms are closed. We're gonna take that inhale, keeping the knees and hips stacked up. We're gonna exhale and open our book. You could stay there, or you could work on sweeping the arm over the head and ending up in the same range of motion. So you choose a sweep arm or a straight arm. Got one more. Now we're gonna bring our arms straight up to the sky. Okay, I'm gonna stack my shoulders over each other, and then without moving my hips, I'm going to exhale and rotate that back shoulder towards the ground. And inhale, stack them back up. Exhale, rotate with that arm bar. Inhale, back up. Keep going. You can also try to do this with weight. And again, our focus is just rotation through the spine and not through the lumbar or those hips. Last one. Back up. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. We'll do those same two exercises. So open book stretch, knees are up, arms are closed, big inhale. Exhale, opening. You could also sweep it over the head. You choose, one breath each. One more for 5. Arms straight up. We're rotating our shoulders to stack over each other. And then I'm exhaling and rotating my shoulder to the ground. Inhale up. Keeping that fist up to the sky. Nice straight arm the whole time. Again, I'm really trying not to rotate my hips. One more. And go ahead and roll it onto your back. All right, so next one, we're gonna have our legs up. My arms are out to the side. I'm going to let my legs fall to the side, keeping my shoulders down. And then I'm gonna really try to use my core to lift my knees back up. Big squeeze, crunch. Let them fall open. Squeeze, crunch. You could also do your legs 90 degrees to make it a little bit harder to get back up for some more core engagement. Let's do a last one right here. And rest. Let's go ahead and just pull our knees into our chest and give our low back a nice little roll. Few each direction. Okay, feet are gonna go flat. We're just gonna do a few bridge rolls. So I'm gonna tuck my tailbone under, squeeze my glutes up, keeping my back flat, and rolling all the way to untuck, or that anterior tilt. Posterior tilt, squeeze the glutes, lifting up to neutral, lower, tight. We're really trying to roll one vertebra at a time. Making sure you're moving nice and slow. Let's go for one more. We're gonna hold, keeping our core nice and tight. Hips are neutral. I'm gonna step out, pull in, squeeze, step, pull. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice and slow, rolling it back down. All right, we're gonna go ahead and flip over, and we're gonna go into our combination plank to deep lunge. So we're gonna start in our plank. I'm gonna send my hips back towards my heels, kind of that power stance, and then I'm gonna step forward, right leg comes to the outside of the hand, and rotating towards that knee. Back down, stepping back, pushing back, back in, step, rotate. Again, only pushing back as far as you feel comfortable. Let's go ahead and do one more on each side. Last one. All right, now we're gonna go from down dog position into a pigeon stretch, but we're gonna go ahead and be nice and dynamic. So we're slowly moving from pigeon to down dog to other side pigeon. One breath at each. All right, next one I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna lower my hip all the way to the ground. I'm gonna bend my back knee and I'm gonna be in my 90-90 position. So from here, I'm gonna start with some folds and leans. And folds and leans. We're gonna do 5. One more. Okay, now we're gonna rotate to the other side and back. We're gonna go hands back down, pushing back to down dog, and pigeon stretch other side. Let that hip fall to the ground, 90 degrees at the knees. We're going to fold and lean back. And fold, big exhale, inhale, come up, exhale, lean back. It's our last one. Sitting up tall, we're trying to rotate back. Now we're gonna add in a lateral press, reaching across the body. You're rotating, you can have your hands behind you, pushing up onto your knees and reaching across the body. 2, rotate, knees down, press, rotate, knees down, press. I want you to keep going. I'm just gonna switch directions so you can see me from the front. Rotation, knees down, push, reach. We're gonna do one more each side. Okay, we're gonna finish with our quadruped here, and then we've got one more stretch. So quadruped position again, knees are floating, and we're gonna walk backwards. 3, 4, 5. Walk lateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Go ahead and sit yourself back. You're gonna tuck your hands under, and we're just gonna do a nice wrist stretch. So elbows are bending back and forth. Big breaths. Now you're gonna go fingertips face out, palms towards the ground, elbows are bending out and in, out and in. I want you guys to come up to your fingertips a little bit. 2 more of those. And then go ahead and take a seat with your legs out wide. So we're just gonna go ahead and do some half circles. So starting on one side, rocking and back. Sit up tall. You can either have your hands in front of you or behind you, and we're gonna go single leg lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back, each direction. Again, leaning back or forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go 2 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last half circle. And last lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're just gonna reach down the center. We're gonna take 5 deep breaths and we are gonna wrap it up. Big inhale, lengthen. And exhale, reach. I'm not worrying about folding my body, I'm more about lengthening from the hip. So as I fold, I'm really thinking top of my head is facing the sky and forward as I fold. One more breath. Roll it up nice and slow. And we're done. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys feel a little bit looser and better. I sure do. I've been sitting for a while, so this is a really great break to get out of the desk or your chair or your couch or anything and just get some blood flowing. So